It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
That's right, it's here, the official start of the new NBA season. I'm Ernie Johnson, excited to be here once again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith for another go-around. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, this is a team they played pretty well against last season, going 3-1. They'll look to keep that edge tonight. And another NBA season about to start. Shaq, we've talked about it. You can feel, I don't know, an air of excitement that's a little different than in years past.
There's a number of talented teams all wanting that ring. I've said this before, Kenny has said it many times, it could be one of the best seasons we've seen in a while, including what Golden State did last year in winning the ring.
That was an incredible run. But some teams that looked unstoppable last year will start to show.
You can hear the roar here at the United Center. Well, we can finally say it. The NBA regular season is about to get underway. And here at 2K Sports, we couldn't be happier. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving is out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long, Clark, as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Here's Rose following the basket by LeBron James. Gasol goes in. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Gasol's got his second basket of the game.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here's Shumpert. And that one's drained from the low block.
And this is an important game for him. I mean, he's back in his hometown. I think he could be a factor. He's around friends and family. You're getting that good home cooking as well. That usually comes with that. And I think when you're playing against any team, and even though you're on the road like this, it's not really a normal road game per se. I'm expecting to see a solid outing from him tonight. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
James, no good.
That's a very low percentage shot. Not good basketball at all. One he probably should have passed on. Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Here's Irving after the Bulls pick up 2. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And it's 6 points for LeBron.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Here's Irving, finished off the break.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Bulls have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
He said that the key to the game will be how well they defend Kyrie Irving, adding he's shown himself to be one of the premier point guards in the game already. Whether it's passing, shooting, or penetrating, we need our guys in the backcourt to really get up into him, and our bigs need to be ready to bring help. Guys, you can bet that Irving will be their focus defensively.
All right, Doris.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
Dunleavy for 3. No good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Lets it go from deep. And James with the basket on the assist by Mozgov. 11 points for LeBron.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose, the D hasn't been able to keep up. And a big part of why the Bulls are tough at home is this crowd. I mean, sold out every game last season. Led the league in total attendance for 6 straight seasons, averaging over 21,000 fans per game.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Dunleavy for 3. Mozgov grabs the board. Mozgov's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Takes the 3. And again, LeBron James. LeBron's got a couple of 3s now in the first for Cleveland.
Mozgov, guys, was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Mozgov was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Mozgov and Blatt with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part of taking home a bronze medal. Remember Clark back in 2012 with Blatt?
Yeah, exactly. In Russia, and now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Noah. Mirotic comes in for Dunleavy. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Now here's Brooks. Good-looking screen by Gasol. Brooks against Williams. Brooks, left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot left block, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. 6 points for Pau Gasol. Williams kicks to Varejao. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Here's Brooks. Anderson Varejao making his last shot. Brooks kicks to Gasol. Count the bucket. Gasol's got 8 points.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
Brooks outside. Pass to Butler. Fires for 3. Here's Mirotic. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and
For me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
Yeah, he really has been. It's amazing to see the pressure he's dealt with and the way he's handled it with that even-keeled nature. You know, he's as solid and steady as they come at this point in his career. Nothing phases him. Nothing rattles him.
J.R. Smith. Assist goes to.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
The big men are Gibson and Noah. Jimmy Butler is out there with Brooks, and it's Mirotic in at the 3. That's the Bulls' 5 as we get into the second quarter.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
James wide open, and again it's Cleveland. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Kicks it to Mirotic. To the paint. Can they get it? And he gets the jumper to drop. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Dunleavy's checked in for Mirotic. Tony Snell comes in for Butler. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Brooks. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And going back to Jimmy Butler, there were just so many times when he was set up to fail. He was not heavily recruited out of high school. He was even homeless when he was in high school in the Houston area. Went to a junior college, then Marquette, now in the NBA. So he played his freshman year at a junior college, which I think humbled him just a bit, but maybe gave him that work ethic that is so much, Greg, a part of his game now.
And Kevin, the talent was there. And most of all, as we see how he dealt with adversity, the heart was there. He blocked out the distractions and finally transferred to a major college and worked his way into becoming a first-round pick.
Out left of the wing, near the three-point line, it's Dunleavy. The shot misses. Jefferson with some nice D. From 13, Irving misses.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss.
Snell, that's good.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Cleveland leading by 13.
2 minutes, 2
On its way from Irving for 2. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. The Bulls have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Chicago calls timeout. Here, matched up against Cleveland is how they'll kick off the new season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with 2 teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category.